friends, welcome back to this episode of our cooking series. Today we are making moi moi elewe. That's what we call it in Yoruba, but generally people call it moi moi or beans cake. And guess what? This is going to be the best moi moi ever you will ever be making for yourself, because I'm adding a twist to this recipe, and yet it is super easy, very delicious and yummy. If you don't like moi moi before, I'm beating my chest. After this recipe, you will love it. So if you will create this recipe, please send me feedback on Instagram. I am Chef Temi. But without so much being said, quickly hit the subscribe button now. Hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up, because this video is going to be very power-packed and impactful. Don't forget to drop your comments in the comment section, and let's start cooking, shall we? Oh yeah! Now let's go through our ingredients really fast before we proceed to make our moi moi. I'm making use of these brown beans. You can really use any kind of beans to make your moi moi, either white or brown. It does not really matter. So I'll be using these brown beans. I'll be using some vegetable oil for this particular moi moi. We'll be using some tin tomato, some seasoning and salt, some boiled eggs. I'll be using some corned beef, some smoked fish. I'll also be using bell pepper. This is very important, this particular kind of pepper. It is very important. It is the pepper that makes the moi moi get red. This is the pepper that gives moi moi coloring, the color that you want to see, the bright red color that you love. This is the pepper that is behind it. We will also be making use of this habanero pepper. This is the pepper that is responsible for the hotness and peppery intense flavor in the moi moi. Very important. So you can use minimal of it if you don't like pepper or you don't like spicy food. We'll be making use of some red onions, and that's pretty much it for our moi moi. Now we'll start off by peeling our beans. We want to peel the skin of the beans. And now that technology has advanced, nobody uses hand to peel beans again. So I'll be making use of my blender to peel the beans. The trick with using blender to peel your beans is using the pulse function of your blender. There's always a pulse function in your blender. That pulse function is responsible for pulsing while you are blending. So you don't want to over blend. You don't want your beans to turn into a puree because you want to peel the skin. So I'll be making use of the pulse function. All I have to do is pour in my beans into the blender cup. Pour in enough water that is going to be a little bit above the beans, and I'll be making use of the pulse function, and it's going to peel my beans. After it has peeled the beans, all I have to do is just rinse it in my zinc, and I'm good to go. You can see how much technology has helped us. So let's do it. Let me add water into my blender cup. I'm coming. Now let's use the pulse function. Now let's blend our peeled beans. I'm blending this in a lot of water because it is moi moi I'm making, and you know the consistency of moi moi is kind of a little bit runny, so I'm not worried about my water. But ideally you can do 2 cups of beans, then about maybe 4 cups of water or 3 cups of water, depending on how thick you want your moi moi to be. I'm going to be blending only my beans. I wouldn't add my pepper or crayfish or whatsoever now. Only the beans is what I'm going to be blending. We need to blend our pepper, onions and crayfish at the same time, because we want to be making the base of our moi moi. I'll be going in with a little water to loosen it up, and the trick is blending your seasoning cube inside the blender so that it can crush it, because you don't want to eat chunks of seasoning cube when eating your moi moi. Now we'll be making the base of our moi moi, and I will start off by going in with some vegetable oil into my pot. The next thing we want to add is our tomato paste. I'll be going in with the tomato paste, and I will allow the tomato paste fry till it changes color. That way the sour taste leaves the tomato paste and it's going to taste all good and nice.
The beautiful color tomato paste gives our moi moi, it also gives it a very nice exceptional taste. You don't want to skip this, okay? Make sure you fry it properly till it is as good as it looks in this video. Now you want to go in with your pepper mix or your pepper blend. I'm going in with my mackerel fish. The flavor that mackerel fish gives our moi moi, we don't want to even talk about it yet because it is so good. We're going to just allow it to infuse into the stew, allow it to fry just like you want to fry stew for rice, but no, it is for your moi moi. So just make sure it fries well. All you have to do now is just adding salt because we already added seasoning cube to our pepper blend when we were blending it. So now you don't want to add any more seasoning cube. The reason why we added seasoning cube is just so that it crushes well. Now once our sauce is ready, what we want to do is allow it to cool down a little bit. So I just let that cool for about 10 minutes. Not like it should completely cool down, but let the temperature get low a little bit. So I just let that sit for about 10 minutes, and now I'm just going to transfer that into our blended beans. You want to pour the stew base into the blended beans. This step, it is so good. Like, we are not tasting any raw taste in the moi moi. You know, when everything is properly cooked, the stew is properly cooked, and we're now adding it into the raw beans. We are now stirring everything together. The moi moi is definitely going to taste so good. So we're going to combine everything together. You see, the effect of the cayenne pepper we blended in our pepper mix and the tomato paste gives it this beautiful reddish color. Who would have thought we did not add a single palm oil to this moi moi? Who would have thought?
And now I have my moi moi leaves here, and this is the trick. I already cut the stick of my moi moi leaf. When you buy moi moi leaf from the market, it's always like this with stick. I already cut the stick of my moi moi, and it's going to be the bed of my pot. That is what my grandma taught me. I don't know why she always do that, but she told me that it's very important. So I just continued because there's some things about cooking that you really don't know the genesis, but you just follow it. You just follow what the elders have said. So it's going to be the bed of the pot, and I'm just going to proceed to fold my moi moi in my moi moi leaf. So just let me just show you how to do that real quick before we proceed to the next step. This is the moi moi leaf. What we want to do now is cut a little part of the leaf just like this. See where my hand is. Look at the whole leaf. Look at where I am cutting. So just cut a little part of the leaf like this. This will prevent the leaf from breaking when you put the moi moi inside. This down part is what is sealing it at the top, so it will prevent it from tearing the moi moi leaf. That's why we cut this down part. I will cut one, and I will cut the second one I'm going to be using too, just like this. It's very easy. And when I have cut it, I'm going to place the leaf on each other just like this because I'm going to be using 2 leaves. You can use 1 leaf, but I prefer to use 2 leaves for sealing my moi moi for extra seal. So I'm going to place it on each other just like this. It's opposite each other but meeting at a point. And I will fold. I will fold in a cone shape just like this. Are you seeing? Just like this. Now I will bend this tip, the place that we cut. That point that we cut is where we are going to be folding. So now I'm just going to be folding it backward like this. And now we've just folded our moi moi perfectly, our moi moi leaf perfectly.
Now we want to fill our moi moi leaves. The trick is not to overfill the leaf, just a little scoop here and there. Maybe just when it is almost full, that is enough so that you can properly fold.
I will go in with a little corned beef just like this. I'll add it, and I will go in with half egg. You You can add one oh, but I'm going to be using half.
Now we are going to just gently place all the moi moi inside the pot just like this, and we are going to be putting little water by the side, just a little water that is going to steam the moi moi till it is cooked. And do you know one thing about leaf that I love the most? It is faster to cook than when you use plates or maybe plastic. And even plastic, they said it is not healthy. It is not healthy cooking with plastic, so it is very good to use leaf, and it gives it a very nice flavor.
After about 40 minutes of cooking on low heat, let's check our moi moi. The aroma I am perceiving from this. I'm sure my neighbor will be wondering by now that what is this girl cooking? I'm making moi moi. It's very hot. Melts in the mouth, tastes like butter, super delicious and yummy. You really want to try this recipe. And now that you've been able to make a very yummy and delicious moi moi, let's switch the English a little bit. Beans cake. I hope you'll be recreating this recipe. And if you recreate it, don't forget to drop your feedbacks on all social media platforms at Cheftemmie. I would love to see it. I love to see your feedbacks. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up at the end of this video. I really want to see your thumbs up. Your thumbs up makes me feel like I am impacting somebody somewhere. So don't forget to drop your thumbs up, don't forget to drop your comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I would love to see you in my next one. I love you, my friend. Bye.